Listen carefully. Don't realize that His process doesn't begin with blessings, it begins with breaking. He'll strip away comfort, remove distractions, and silence familiar voices, not to harm you, but to shape you. He's teaching you discipline, patience, and faith, because what He's preparing you for is bigger than your comfort zone. Sometimes God hides you on purpose. He lets people overlook you, forget you, and even doubt you, because if they saw what He was building in you, they'd try to stop it too soon. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being developed. Every trial, every delay, every closed door is working together for your growth. You're learning what strength really means. You're learning that peace isn't found in people, it's found in presence, God's presence. And when the time is right, when your heart is mature, and your spirit is ready, the very things that once broke you will bless you. So don't rush the process. Don't fight the waiting. God is not preparing the blessing, He's preparing you for the blessing. Because when it finally comes, you won't just have the opportunity, you'll have the character to keep it. Listen, greatness is not given, it's grown. And the soil that grows greatness is faithfulness in hidden places. Keep praying, keep working, keep trusting, even when nothing seems to move.
Because one day soon, everything that didn't make sense will suddenly make sense. You will see why you had to wait, why they had to leave, and why God kept you in private. It was never rejection, it was redirection. God is preparing you for something greater, and when it comes, you will realize it was worth every tear, every prayer, and every season of silence.
Preparation comes before promotion, almost equals 500 words. Before God promotes, He prepares. Every person God has ever used was first shaped in silence. We love the promise, but we don't always love the process. Yet the process is the classroom of destiny. David was anointed to be king, but he still had to go back to tending sheep. Why? Because God never gives a crown to someone who hasn't learned to carry a sling. Preparation is the training ground that builds the muscle of faith. When you pray for promotion, you are also praying for preparation. You just don't realize it. In the hidden seasons, God works on your heart more than your hands. He teaches humility, patience, and endurance. When no one applauds, He tests whether you will still be faithful. It's easy to serve when you are seen, it's harder to serve when you are unseen. But what you do in private qualifies you for what you will do in public. Every small act of obedience, every quiet prayer, every unseen effort becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. Many people want to skip this stage, but skipping the process is like planting a seed and demanding a tree tomorrow. God refuses to promote you beyond your preparation because unprepared promotion destroys character. The world applauds speed, God values stability. He delays success until your soul is strong enough to hold it. So if you're in a season where nothing seems to happen, don't curse it, use it. Sharpen your gift. Strengthen your faith. Learn discipline. Because when the appointed time arrives, the doors that once refused to open will swing wide, and you will be ready not only to walk through them but to stay there. Promotion is not a surprise, it's a result of preparation. Delay is not denial, almost equals 500 words. Waiting is one of God's greatest tools. Delay is not God ignoring you, it is God arranging everything around you. Every promise has a timing, and timing is what separates disaster from destiny. We think the wait means God has forgotten. But heaven's silence often means heaven is working. Look at Abraham. God gave him a promise but made him wait 25 years. The delay was not denial, it was development. During those years, God removed doubt, strengthened faith, and made sure that when the miracle came, the man was ready to hold it. If Abraham had received Isaac too early, he would have worshipped the promise more than the promise giver. Delays teach trust. They reveal what's inside your heart. Anyone can believe when results are visible, but faith that survives waiting is faith that matures. During the delay, God refines motives, builds endurance, and trains patience. These invisible lessons prepare you to handle visible blessings. So the next time you feel stuck, remember that waiting is not wasted time, it's invested time. God's not yet is not never. It's His way of saying, I'm preparing something you can't carry yet. When you finally step into what you've been praying for, you'll realize that the wait wasn't punishment, it was protection. God's timing is never late, it's always loaded with purpose. Separation leads to elevation. Before God lifts you, He often isolates you. We think separation means rejection, but it's actually direction. When God is about to change your level, He first changes your circle. He removes people, distractions, and environments that can't go where you're headed. Joseph's brothers threw him into a pit, thinking they were destroying him, but they were transporting him to purpose. Sometimes the betrayal that breaks your heart becomes the vehicle that carries you to destiny. Don't fight every exit. Some people leave because their assignment in your life is complete. Separation is sacred. It gives space for reflection, growth, and revelation. When God hides you, He's not hiding you from people, He's hiding you for purpose. Like a seed buried underground, you may feel forgotten, but growth is happening where no eye can see. Use seasons of separation to reconnect with God, realign your goals, and renew your strength. When you are alone, you hear His voice clearly. He teaches you dependence, humility, and focus. And when elevation finally comes, you'll carry no bitterness, only wisdom. The loneliness you felt becomes the strength you needed. The silence you endured becomes the clarity that guides you. So don't mourn who left, celebrate what's coming. God subtracts before He multiplies. Every divine promotion begins with divine pruning. You're being shaped for something greater. Everything you're facing right now is shaping you for what's ahead. The struggle is not random, it's intentional. Like a potter with clay, God presses, molds, and reshapes until the vessel matches the vision. The pressure you feel is proof that purpose is forming. Sometimes you ask God to make life easier, but instead He makes you stronger. Because strength is greater than comfort. You may not understand it now, but every hardship carries hidden instruction. Pain teaches what pleasure forgets. Disappointment teaches dependence. Failure teaches faith. You're not being destroyed, you're being designed. Every test, every closed door, every setback is part of your training manual. God is preparing you to handle blessings that require maturity. He's toughening your skin, softening your heart, and sharpening your discernment. When the season finally shifts, you'll realize that what once made you cry now makes you wise.